Swangambit is playing a bit from behind, but Kirania has everything to lose here by not getting as many points as possible. Needs to, well, effectively win everything if he wants to make sure that he qualifies.
Yeah, and I think Swangambit is one of those opponents where Kirania has to get those points in, because we do see Swangambit, one of the most low-rated player that Kirania is still playing, so getting those 3 points would be vital for him to keep the dream alive of passing somebody like Spaghetti.
Definitely. Definitely. So let's see. Stats very, very even. Better accuracy on the side of Kirania. Better win rate, of course, as well, with him being set ahead. But outside of that, I mean, I do feel like this match can go both ways. We've seen some very, very good moments from Swangambit, of course. I mean, little known the fact that he's playing the World League. Yeah. Show that he's a very high caliber player.
And he beat RC, so
yeah.
Not an easy feat to do, quite honest, because I don't think I've ever won against RC. So he has that going for him. But we do start off in moving. And an instant sign for Swangambit.
Starting things off by Riston Mill. If you know where that is, you get 5k. If you don't, it might be a little bit tougher. But a lot of info for Kirania available. Swangambit has an intersection up there. Hasn't quite committed to going there just yet, but now he is here as well. It's a different intersection, but very equal in terms of the info that they have available.
Yeah, Kirania's map froze there for a second because I'm like, why is he not doing anything? But now he is. They do have a road number and they are ordered in the UK, and we do see Kirania finding the right road. And you know, might get that sweet 5k, not an easy lineup.
Do have the road leading off the side. I think he might have it there. No, just off the other side. But close nonetheless. As a grand total of a jaw-dropping single point comes through. Didn't see you in completely mute, so I'm just going to talk instead. Okay, fair enough. As the first guess comes through in Poland. Kirania trying to put the pace up high in this round. Usually a player that takes a little bit more time in guessing, but this time around felt comfortable early on. Don't want to give Swangambit too much time, and it is going to be hard up towards the north. So even when he tries to put pressure on, Swangambit is not there to be pushed around.
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading a chat message that said I called Swangambit 3 points. I said 3, the number. So I wasn't saying that he's 3 points. There's a potential Kirania earns 3 points.
There is, definitely.
As we see, Swangambit is on the flawless right now, already up 1k points, but he did get a Poland round, so that makes sense. But we are in Brazil now, both trying to find that area code, but Swangambit just guesses without it. We'll see if that turns out good or not.
I like the reverse of, I mean, first it's Kirania that tries to put pressure on time-wise, and now Swangambit tries to do the same thing. A lot of distance in between the two. It is going to be further down towards the south. 400 kilometers in between him, and 2,000 health will be ripped off of Kirania. Should we call it health or points? I'm always confused.
It's health points. It's HP, health points.
I guess health, but yeah. it's the meme with the little girl. Why not both? I guess we do both. There you go.
I mean, I personally never say health points. I either say HP or health.
There you go. I just always say points, and then I say health, and then I never think about saying health points. That makes so much sense.
I mean, see, this guy is definitely not 3 points, because he is on something.
Here I was talking about HP when all I had to look at was Swangambit getting the first 5k of this matchup. Great performance. Getting a quick guess in there as we now go out into the open wastelands.
Yeah, we are in the US and we do see a Nevada bollard here. I mean, they didn't really take a good look at it, but I think they will both know it. We do see Kirania scanning there as well now, but Swangambit is not giving him any time to scan, really. Already plonked down.
North side. Nevada is where that guess is going to come through, but it was going to be further down towards the south. And yet again, big hit from Swangambit. Multipliers, of course, helping out a bit, but maintaining his flawless through round 5.
You know, and I gotta respect it because Swangambit, I think mathematically, is already out of the contention of qualifying. But, you know, he can still beat other players who are trying.
Yeah.
So,
and he's also... Oh, sorry, continue.
I was also saying he's also in for some money because every win yields money for the players, so there is always something to play for, so people don't start throwing.
And even if you don't, I had a really good talk with Yannick about this subject. If you can hop over to my YouTube channel and watch the whole conversation.
Nice little self-plug.
Little promo there if anyone in the chat. Twitch Prime. No, but I had a really good chat with him. Because he was talking about this exact subject, about how it feels bad to take points away from other teams when you potentially can't really make a lot of it yourself. But I said to him, and I will say this to everyone, make as much of it as you can. Doesn't matter if it's the first match of the tournament or the last. Play to the best of your ability, because this is the best practice you're going to get for tournaments to come. So for Swangambit, there should be absolutely no reason for him not to try. Even if there's no money on the line, there should be no reason for him not to try and go out and win this whole thing.
Yeah, should be Yucatan here. Don't think we'll see a lot of points. Yep. And it also has to be said that it also makes the league more fair if everyone tries until the end, because if you played Swangambit earlier, he might have tried, and if you play him later, if he wouldn't try, it would be unfair. So I quite like to see everyone trying until the end to yield the best and most fair result as we go into another South Africa.
Ooh,
and we see an insta-guess.
Flick there from Swangambit, initially in the middle, then jumps over in between Eswatini and Lesotho, as Kirania now they're effectively in the exact same spot.
Yeah, I mean, they're very close to each other. But Swangambit, I mean, he's putting on a show.
Yep, I mean, he barely even zoomed into the continent before guessing. So impressive that he ended up being closer on that one, considering how much Kirania was micro-adjusting there. But still, flawless throughout, as we head into round number 8.
We're back in the UK. We did see the first round in the UK, so will we see the last round in the UK? It's possible. Swangambit could win here.
Oh, that's a university sign. What did they say on the wall there? Despero? I did not read the full name. Well, there was definitely something that looked like it looked like a city sign more so, but of course even that ain't necessarily crucial info given how many cities you have over on this side of the country.
Ooh, I think Kirania has a town name, but I couldn't really read it. It started with a W. But it seems like he can't find it. And now he has to make something happen, because if he isn't closer, it might be the end of the game. But I think they're close-ish, but now he's switching mono off.
They're both on the same highway now. Swangambit jumping towards the east now as well, but it's going to be further towards the south. Swangambit maintains his flawless, but can't quite take him out. 66 health for Kirania, looking to pull probably the upset of his career if he can turn this one around. He has 2 rounds to do it, but with the multipliers, one good guess could get him there.
It is very tough to beat the multi-merchant that was in the game between Trichter and Ocean Man, but we've seen insta-guess by Kirania.
When in doubt.
This time he has to be closer, otherwise it's over.
Yep, you'd have to think so. He's gonna be!
Wait!
300!
That's 5.
Oh, it's a big swing! And now for round 10, you can see on Swangambit's face, he literally needs to be 1 meter closer, and that's potentially 66 damage. And we get a roundabout.
Ooh, big country. We do say USA on the bin. So we're definitely in the USA. No question.
Wow.
But where exactly are we?
Chat, who are we rooting for? Do we want to see Swangambit bring it home? Or are we on Team Kirania here? I'll leave that up to you to decide, as both of them needs all the praise and all the hype that you can possibly bring them here in round number 10.
Yeah, both of them trying to look at the oncoming cars and see their plates, because plates are quite helpful.
South 116.
Yeah, we did see a sign there that could be helpful.
Oh, there's quite a lot of info in this roundabout, but Swangambit is opted to go the other way. Oh, yes. Massachusetts, hovered by Kirania, looking towards Maine as well. 10 seconds to go, and Swangambit has not even opened the map yet.
Yeah, we do see the 116.
He's East Coast also.
Both in Massachusetts, but we see the switch from Kirania to Maine.
This is going to be huge. It's going to be game regardless, and it's going to be Swangambit able to bring it home, overdoing the damage by quite the margin with 66 with all he needs to hit. But whoa, we can look at Swangambit there as well, going palm sweaty, mom spaghetti. That was a scary one for a second.
That was very scary, especially if he goes a bit further north in the Mexico round. The game is just over in one single round. 6,000 health to 66. You know?
Yeah. What a round. And honestly, I mean, if you disregard round 9, that was 9 out of 10 rounds of flawless for Swangambit. So incredibly well played by him. But having said that, for Kirania to stay in the race all the way through to round 10 when he didn't win a single of those 9, also incredibly well done.
Yeah. And we are back, you know, to a slower pace. We have round 1, not a lot on the line. I think both will go east here. Minas or Espirito Santo. No big points.
No big points.
No pressure.
You say that, but 66, if that's the difference, then that is pretty big points, because that's what allowed Kirania to get into the final round in that previous game. So 400, still, while it doesn't matter too much right now, could have massive impacts later down the line.
And it appears we are back. We are back in Brazil. Now the question is where we this time. We do have acai palms, which are very common in Belém, but also in the entire Amazonas. Okay. Kirania Zoom worried me there for a second, but he ends up in the same region, both in Belém. It is the most common spot where you get these palms. So both just going for that one.
Just across the water. Would have been better off, but still, incredible guess given the limited info that they had to work with. So tying scores up to some extent here through round 2, coming into round number 3.
And round number 3 is not Brazil. This time we are in Thailand. We do see the Thai language there. And we're also driving left. 087 is not an area code, that's a mobile one. We do have these palms, which are most common in the south. But does it look south?
How high up the priority list is Thai area codes?
Pretty high, because Thailand.
So the pros all know them?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope so.
I hope so. It's one of those you should know it. Well, in this case, there wasn't really a good area code up for grabs, which throws them off by quite the margin. 1,000 kilometers off for Swangambit in this one as he went down towards Malaysia and pays the price.
Yeah, Thailand definitely a very hard country to figure out, because you can't really brute force it as well, because the coverage is so dense that you can't really learn anything about it. It's very hard to learn individual roads. As we see Kirania in Sri Lanka here. I didn't see the front of the car, might have been the Sri Lanka blur. But looking at it, it doesn't feel like it.
Well,
it looks more like Colombia or something, but maybe I'm not seeing the blur correctly.
What are you thinking, chat? Let us know. What's your guess on this one?
Well, both
when chat's saying it's tricky, they both commit. And they're both going to be right. So good on them to stick to their guts, not be dissuaded by Siki trying to send them to other continents. But,
I was just trying to see if somebody listens to the stream.
Ah, yes, it was all baits. It was all baits, and no one fell for it. So obviously. There we go. Maybe somebody in chat fell for it. We'll see. As we head in to round number 5.
Yeah, this time I'm quite confident, though, that it is Colo. I was just foreshadowing the next round.
Ah, yes, of course.
This time we do have the yellow and black paint on that pole, so should be both in Colombia.
Indeed we are. A bit further down towards the south, would have been on the money, but still close to both of them. But of course, multipliers now coming into round 5 here. It's gonna start showing its effects, somewhat tying up the scores now with just 600 points separating the two.
And we do take a quick tour to Japan again, and we see an instant guess. We do see a pretty long plate there at the top, so I quite like Hokkaido as a guess.
Ooh, Kirania. Who was hovering all the way down towards Tokyo initially, but now slowly moving further towards the north. Maybe didn't see the plate, I'm not quite sure. You said it was going to be north, it is going to be north. 270 kilometers separating the two, and it's not going to be enough for the win. Not going to be enough for the 3 points for Swangambit, but it's going to send Kirania down to just over 1200 HP. That's what it's called.
A very nice instant guess there. Definitely put a lot of pressure on Kirania. You could kind of see it because he was struggling with finding information there. Maybe couldn't really see that the upper plate was a bit longer.
What are you seeing here, though?
Houses.
Outside of houses and I knew you were going to say that.
Houses, vegetation. We see the car.
A couple of bricks. Obviously. Maybe a cow there in the distance.
You know, I didn't really could see a good look of the card, but it seems like Portugal or Spain to me.
I mean, you have Kirania right on the border, so he looks like
which side.
Nope, he's right in the middle. Let's see what Swangambit ups to do currently. Up by a couple points. A couple being 2,000, and well, now it's not 2,000 anymore.
Yeah, both technically in the wrong country. As I said, it looked like Portugal, but something was off. Couldn't really place it in either country. So the border guess worked. As we see Indonesia here with the pole top, very flat. Now the question is, are we in Kalimantan or Sumatra?
If you had to commit, where do you go?
Right now,
I
would just guess Sumatra.
Oh.
Yeah, that
seems like Swangambit does not agree with that. We'll see if he's going to be right as it does go
I really
south.
like his guess, though. I really like his guess.
They're both going to be there. Both going to be there. It is going to be there, but a bit further towards the west. So once again, Kirania closer. Again, limited range in between the two guesses here, but with the multipliers come through, now the scores are practically evened up as we head on in to round number 9.
And we are in Germany. Would you look at that?
Denmark baited so hard in these rounds.
And it's very hard to tell where this is. This seems very north. I would go Hamburg. Judging by the houses, could be a bit further south, though.
Let's see. Both
Bremen
towards the
is
northwest.
also not bad.
Yeah. Both towards the Dutch border. 4 seconds for Kirania to micro-adjust. He's going to go further towards the south. And oh, you can see in his face. He was up there. It might not have been, I mean, completely on point, but he was up there, up to go south last second. And now, playing from behind into round 10, this is where it's all going to matter.
Another round 10. The question is there any room for Kirania this time to beat him? Because Swangambit was so close on the last round, Kirania couldn't even beat him. But on a round like this, I don't think that will be possible. And why does it look like Germany again? But we do have no...
Oh, sorry, continue.
I was just talking about how this round looks. It looks a bit like Germany. Didn't really see any car, though, which is weird. But judging by the houses, we are either in... Yeah, I was thinking Bavaria here, or Baden-Württemberg.
I mean, the 400 points separating the two is what? It's a couple hundred meters distance with this multiplier. So, Swangambit, gotta make the guess of your life here in order... Or at least just be closer than Kirania. I guess it's all really matters. Ooh! He's gonna be further. Oh, wait, never mind. He's closer. Yep, there you go. He's gonna win it. Okay, I misread it for a second there. That could have... Had it been the other way, that would have been almost tied in points.
Yeah.
Whew! Close one there between the two, but it's gonna be Swangambit out 2-0.